Hello, I'm Notes, and I'm on vacation, which is why I'm in a hotel room as opposed to at my usual bookshelf. Because I'm not going to be reviewing any albums, I figured I'd try something a little bit different and do some Q&A. So I've reached out to you guys, and so these are some of the questions that I've got. So here we go. Something a little bit different, and also to kind of showcase my vacation, I decided to answer each question in a different location. So the first one is here in this hotel room. And if you want to see, I'm actually staying up in North Bay. That's right, I get a beautiful view of a Home Depot. Thank you very much, North Bay, for this glorious view. So first question, what the heck is a fam jam? I see you keep saying this fam jam. What is this? Well, fam jam is you guys. It's what I've decided to call, I guess, whoever's watching this. So if you're watching this, you're a part of my fam jam. It's just an easy way to address everybody as opposed to just saying, hey everybody. I decided to say, hey fam jam. So question one done. See, this is the part I don't understand. Here we have my friend Marnie's house, or apartment.
Oh, it's such a mess though.
It's alright. And here's Marnie with Archie.
Hey, buddy.
So, second question that I've been asked. With the passing of Chris Squire, what is your favorite Yes song? And yeah, I was really saddened to hear that Chris Squire has passed. He was one of my favorite bassists and really kept the band together. My favorite Yes song is actually Awaken from Going for the One. I love the way that it's concentrated. Unlike a lot of their longer stretches of songs, this one was more focused. It had more oomph. And unlike their live performances, when that big crescendo happens and they actually go up the octave, I prefer when they keep it on the studio recording, when they keep that octave lower, just with that big punch. I don't know, it feels a bit more intense. So yeah, Awakens, you should really check it out. I love that song. And then there's this goofball right here.
Mesmerized children are playing, meant to be seen but not heard. Stop me from dreaming, don't be absurd.
So, question 3 then. What was an album that I used to hate but now I really like? So, an album that I used to hate but now love. Definitely would have to be Protest the Heroes' Fortress album. When it first came out, I hated it. In fact, I remember writing a review and I actually wrote, the only way this is progressive is that it gets progressively worse. But actually now I love it. I think it's one of their strongest efforts. And if you haven't heard it, you really need to. It's some of the best technical progressive music I have heard to date. So, yeah. Okay. Now, is it kind of in the shadow here? Unfortunately, well, I guess I could put it over here. You don't really get to see the falls there. See? The falls. Alright, here we go. Not really a good position, but fourth question. I think it's the fourth question. Could be wrong, I've kind of lost track. But, is there any kind of musical style that you don't like? And really, I kind of like all. I can usually find something to really enjoy out of them. But, I mean, I want to say rap or country, but there are some rap and country songs that I do actually enjoy. So I guess it really goes on the artist or the band themselves. So, yeah, I can usually find enjoyment out of most musical styles. And look, this is what I get to see all day.
I know in my heart they think I'm white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I like to roll with the gangsters, although it's a...
Okay. So, fifth question. Again, I think it's fifth. I lost track a while ago. What was the first album you got? And I guess the first tape that I got, this was way back in the tape era, I got a Weird Al tape, Bad Hair Day, and I listened to that enough. You can go ahead. Yeah, some kid walking by. I listened to that to the point where even my dad knew all of the words to that. So yeah, I got it for Christmas when I was in grade 3 or 4, and that was my first real introduction to amazing music by Weird Al. I have finally made it to the final destination here at the family cottage, and one of the final questions we have is, as my tastes have changed over time and with new musical exposures, what album from my youth still holds true as one of my favorites? And I wanted to say more of like the King Crimson in the Court of the Crimson King, or Genesis's The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, or Selling England by the Pound, or Yes is Close to the Edge, or Fragile, as these really helped shape my musical tastes when I was a teenager. So back in like grade 10 or 11, when I first went to a Yes concert or a Genesis tribute band, these were really influential of where my musical tastes have been. But I began to think about those albums that really affected me before this musical exposure, before the prog influences. And, you know, back in elementary school, with albums that everybody was listening to, I was very susceptible to what my peers were listening to at the time. So I was listening to bands such as Limp Bizkit and Blink-182 and Prozac and Our Lady Peace and all of those kind of alternative mainstream kind of bands. I know that's an oxymoron, but that's essentially what they were. They were alternative mainstream. But the one album that I loved, and this was, again, back in grade 6 or 7, that my friend and I, we would always listen to, was Smash Mouth's Astro Lodge. And there is just something about the, shin deep musical content, like the lyrical content on that, paired perfectly with just the fun vibe and the happy atmosphere, that, frat boy party music that I really enjoyed listening to as a kid. Because, that's what I was. This was like, my preteens. So listening to that now as an adult, I still get a lot of really great feelings about that. I get a lot of great memories, and the music is still great. I still get enjoyment from it. And, listening back, yeah, I know that the music it's nothing groundbreaking. There's no real artistic oomph about it, but there's still something genuine about it. There's still something really great that I still love from start to finish. And it's one of those few albums from my youth where I can listen to from start to finish and never get bored. So definitely Smash Mouth's Astro Lodge, with songs such as All Star and I Can't Get Enough of You Baby. Again, very, very basic, very, very simple songs, but ones that I just can't help but love. So thanks for the questions, and I'll see you next week with a full-length review. All right, notes out. Check it out. Muskrats. Don't know if you saw that.
Hey, Notes, I have a question. What's your favorite album that was put out this year?
Okay. That's a good question. This year, even though there's been a lot of really good albums out, the one that has surprised me and I keep coming back to is Comfort Zone by Beardfish. There's just a lot to deconstruct on that album, and the more I listen to it, the more it reveals to me. So far that's been the standout album of the year.